Hey guys, it's Victoria. Thanks so much for coming back to my channel. I hope you all are doing really well and you're halfway through the week, so yay! That's always exciting news, at least for me anyway, to be almost done with the work week, which is always good. So, wanted to check in with you guys. Today is 5 DPO. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you've seen every day I've kind of posted like symptoms and just kind of how I'm doing. So I'll link my Instagram down below because that's more immediate update every day versus the video. So today my symptoms are I'm still breaking out like crazy. I don't know, hopefully that's a symptom. I've had some back pain. My breasts are actually starting to get a little tender, so I'm always excited for that one because every time I've been pregnant before, tender breasts have always been one of my chief symptoms. So I'm excited about that, which sounds so silly that you're excited about pain, but you guys know how it is. When you've been trying for so long and you want something so badly, you'll do whatever it takes and endure whatever happens. So there's that. I'm still really tired. I slept really well last night, but I still feel like I could go to bed right now. I didn't have the crazy dreams last night, which was good, but I think I'm just so tired that I slept really hard last night. I've had some back pain. My stomach was a little sick today. There were a couple points where I was like, am I nauseous? But it wasn't really like nausea. It was just kind of, you know how when your stomach just feels sour? It was one of those kind of feelings, I think. So it was more that. I've had a little bit of like this ongoing headache, and it's not terrible. Like the other night I had the really bad migraine, but right now it's just kind of a headache, just annoying headache. So I have that. I'm still bloating big time, which is, again, it's a little frustrating when you go to get dressed, but at the same time, it's okay. I just wore like a pleplum shirt today, so it helped me feel a little bit better. Sorry about that. Let's see, what else? My spotting has completely stopped. I've had nothing all day long today, so I'm hoping that's good. I also have had a lot of twinges today, particularly this morning, and the really centralized in my uterus area, so I'm hopeful. I have had some comments on my Instagram that it's too early and I'm crazy and these symptoms, aren't anything to do with pregnancy and it must just be your cycle. And so I'd like to address that for a minute. First of all, I think it's a little sad that people feel the need to try to bring other people down, but as it is with social media, when you put things out there, people are going to give their opinion, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, or whether it's positive or negative, it's going to happen. So I just brush it off, and I've deleted a few because they've been pretty nasty, but I just think that every pregnancy is different and every person reacts differently to pregnancy and the medications that you're on and the things that are happening. So you can't judge, and some people are saying, oh, there's no way you had implantation bleeding at 3 DPO. You never know. I've read plenty of stories where that's the case, and I know people who have been monitored very closely for fertility issues and ultrasounds, etc., and blood work, and people who did have implantation at 3 days and then went on to have a perfectly healthy, normal pregnancy. So it can happen. The other thing I wanted to mention is I was talking to my doctor, and even though I'm pretty positive I ovulated on Friday around noontime, she said that could have been residual pain of my ovary going back, and it's very possible, based on my hormone surge on Thursday, that I ovulated Thursday night. If that's the case, today is really 6 DPO, which means the implantation bleeding was like 4 and 5 DPO. So anything's possible. I could be one day farther along in this cycle than I think. So we'll see. I go back tomorrow for my progesterone check, and of course I'll have an update for you guys. I do plan to ask a few questions. I've had a lot of questions about my testing and stuff. I talked about it some in my last video, but I am going to inquire as to whether or not they're going to do a beta part of me, just because in my previous pregnancies, my HCG levels have been so low, part of me would feel reassured having a beta. So I'm hoping that they'll do one. But if not, I mean, I do understand, seeing as how this isn't a heavily medicated cycle or anything, they may just want to let things run its course. And I am just thankful for the progesterone, since I have had progesterone issues in the past. So if they're not going to do a beta, that's fine. I am going to talk to them a little bit more in depth about the ovulation, because if they do think that perhaps I ovulated Thursday night instead of Friday, I could feasibly test Sunday and there could be a positive result. So, I'd really rather test on the weekend than have to do it during the week. So again, but it's not up to me. We're just going to play it out and really see what happens. And so I'll definitely let you guys know. But if there is a beta, I will do a live phone call recording. I'll also then follow it up with a live pregnancy test if there's a reason to. And if they're not going to do a beta, I will certainly do a live pregnancy test. And I plan to involve my husband in those things, so you guys will get to see Jason. I know you haven't seen him recently, and I'm hoping he can share some of what he's been feeling this time around and how things have been going for him. So that's kind of the plan right now. I'd really like to be able to test on Sunday, so we'll see. And like I said, I am positive. I truly believe that this is it. I just have that feeling that I'm pregnant, and maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part, but the way I see it is we've been fighting for 3.5 years to have a baby, and I'm going to be heartbroken regardless. If it's a no, I'm going to be heartbroken if I didn't have my hopes up and wasn't counting on anything, just the same as I'm going to be heartbroken if I did have my hopes up. So I just feel the positivity wins out, and it makes all the difference. And I've just been feeling much better this cycle. So we'll see. I'm excited. Again, things that I'm doing differently. Like I said, I'm avoiding cold foods and drinks at all costs. I'm waiting for things to be warm before I drink them, which means I'm primarily just drinking water because milk's no good warm. I've been eating a lot of warm foods. I made a homemade chicken noodle stew last night for dinner. I had it again today for lunch, and that was really good, so that was nice. But yeah, I've just been eating warm food. I've been trying to eat smaller things every couple of hours because I've heard from a lot of people that helps, stave off the morning sickness if I am pregnant. So I've been trying to get in a routine of doing that now. Let's see what else. I've been keeping my socks on, which drives me crazy. Now I feel like Shay Carl, if you guys watch the Shay Tards at all. I got my socks on. Okay. Sorry. I love the Shay Tards. So anyway, I've been wearing my socks all the time. And, I have felt a difference, not obviously in my cycle per se, but the way I just feel warmer overall. So I can see why that would be beneficial, and maybe it's silly, but it works for me. It makes me feel good, so I'm doing it. I've been trying to keep my belly warm, so, I'm wearing warmer clothes. And obviously I'm taking my prenatal and my aspirin. I actually just had to go out tonight and buy more of my prenatal. And, some of you asked me what I was taking. I take the new chapter prenatal. Hold on one second. I think actually I have the bottle. Yep. Benefits of filming in the kitchen. Horrible lighting, but I can show you things. So I take the new chapter Perfect Prenatal Vitamin. And I love this. It's expensive. It's not as expensive as it could be, I guess. But it's $46 for 32 days worth. Which is expensive, but this is complete. And what I love about it is it's organic. It's non-GMO. It's got probiotic. I love it. And it has a whole food complexed folate, which I like. So it provides like 100% or more of everything that's really important, including the folate, which is 150%. So I really enjoy this. Plus, you can take it on an empty stomach, and it's really good if you have morning sickness. I know that from one of my previous pregnancies, so I like it. The pills aren't that big, and the smell doesn't bother me. It doesn't really have a taste, and it does have some ginger in it, so it helps with the morning sickness. Taking 3 pills a day is a little, it can be difficult because you have to remember you're really not supposed to take them together. You're supposed to spread them out. But sometimes you just have to take them together. So yeah, that's my prenatal. And then I take my low dose baby aspirin too. I am not taking any of the other supplements right now. This is the only stuff that they want me on. So that's where we are. I hope you guys are all doing really well. There have been so many BFPs again in the last few days in this community, and I'm just overjoyed, and I'm loving following everyone's story. It just makes me so happy. So love and baby dust to all of you TTCers out there, and fingers crossed for everyone in their 2-week wait. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night once I get back from my appointment. Have a great night.